Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Zebo Nation Plays the FM Scout Academy Challenge. This is Season 7 with FC Dallas. And after 7 seasons, we only have one challenge remaining, and that is the North American Champions League. That's right, we've won our domestic cup, the U.S. Cup. We won our regular season championship, represented by the Supporter Shield in MLS. We won the overall championship, which is the MLS Cup. We did that last season. So now we have just the one last challenge, which is to win our local domestic league. Wait, no, that's not right. Our regional Champions League. I mean, I guess we could go on and try to win the World Club Championship or whatever, but that's not part of the challenge, so we won't worry about that. So if all goes to plan, this could be the very last season of the Academy Challenge. I mean, I've enjoyed it, but it might be a little time to stop here. I've been doing a video a day for I don't know how long, a long time, and so FM18 I guess will come out at some point, maybe this summer or this fall. I haven't checked on that, but it's got to be coming up pretty soon. So that might be a good time to end this series and maybe do some other recordings. But in the meantime, let's focus on the task ahead of us here. Let's focus on the Champions League. As you can see here, we are in the quarterfinals. There are 4 MLS teams left versus 4 Mexican League teams, first division. And it's going to be tough. We've got Querataro here as our opponent. But there's a lot of really good teams left in here. Pachuca, America, and Tigres. As you can see, recent past winners, America's won it several times. Pachuca's won it. Monterrey seems to be very focused on this competition, but they're not in it this time. Tigres hasn't won it much recently at all. I haven't won it not even one time recently. Usually because they're focused on winning the Mexican League. So maybe they don't care. So maybe that could allow Orlando City to sneak by into the semifinals. We'll see about that. But we've got quite the task ahead of us with Querataro. Now we've had all off season to prepare. And last season I talked about what am I going to do to get ready for the Champions League. And I talked about bringing in some ringers, bringing in some designated players. Not for this save because this is the Academy only save, but I did go through the experiment. I did run through the experiment of bringing in a couple of designated players. Now, they weren't the greatest players in the world. Obviously, it's not easy to bring those players in. And my scouting network, I realized, is lacking. Like I didn't have hardly any scouting in Europe or anywhere other than North America, honestly. So I had to scramble around and find a couple of players. But I did find some pretty good players. Found a defensive midfielder and an advanced playmaker to go in there and, shore up my midfield, but it didn't help. Querataro beat us 2-0 and then 2-1 to knock us out of the competition. So, with that under my belt, that little experiment to say, it's not necessarily about who you bring in, it's about how you play. So, yeah. We've got that experience under our belt, so let's see what we can do. But it's not like I didn't do anything to prepare for this match. The first thing I did in the off-season was we couldn't exactly go out and get some designated players or anything like that, but we did have some options available. Our junior academy wasn't going to help us out much. I mean, we got like a couple of decent players in here, but nobody who's going to really help us out immediately for this competition. So what we did have coming up, however, was the MLS draft. And so I focused a lot on the draft. I had 5 first-round draft picks. So I went in there and I traded up. I got the second round, or the number 2 overall pick, number 5 overall pick, and then the number 9 and 10 overall pick. So we got 4 really solid players, starting off with we shored up our central defense here with Sidney Valenzuela. I thought he was the best prospect in the draft in terms of just raw ability and raw potential. He's 4-star potential, maybe even 5-star potential. He's got that one dark star there at the end. But 18 strength, 6'2", 15 jumping reach. He's got balance, acceleration. His physicals are very good. But then he's also got very good mentals. His tackling, heading, his marking's not overwhelming, but he's a guy who's going to get better, and he's going to get better very quickly. He's 21 years old, so he's a guy, he can come in, and basically I wanted to be injury-proof at the defensive line. So now we're very solid. We're 4 deep at central defense. No problems there with Venezuela coming in. And then Logan McCrecky. I told you I was looking for central midfield help. And here's a guy who could come in and start for us right away. The only problem is he's a deep-lying playmaker. So we don't necessarily need that guy, but he was just so good I couldn't pass him up. I mean, again, he's 6'3", big dude, strong. He can jump. He's got physicals off the charts. Mentals, very good. Vision, work rate, aggression, passing, 15 passing for a rookie. With that passing and that vision, hopefully he could be a playmaker there for us at the midfield, even if what he does maybe overlaps with some of our other players. I don't know. We're gonna have to figure out where to play him, but he can give us some help. And then our other 2 picks, I wasn't too sure what to do with these 2 picks. The draft wasn't real strong at any position other than midfield, so I ended up taking 3 central midfielders, and we'll see how this works out. Joshua Cisak, another midfielder. Not the physical specimen that McCrecky was, but high determination, decision making, free kick, first touch, all that kind of. He's very skillful. He's very mentally tough. So I thought he was a good pick there. He's already valued at $1.4 million. Hasn't played a game yet. 21 years old. So I think that was a good pick. And then Patrick Guldan, another guy with pretty good physicals. We'll take a look at that. Especially fitness. I mean, his stamina and fitness are off the charts. Good agility. Again, determination, 19 determination. I figured that would help a guy like this really advance and really gain abilities quickly. So I figured, why not take a guy with that much determination? He's got other skills, work rate, passing, free kick taking, first touch. Pretty good. He's a box-to-box midfielder, so that gives us a little bit of different look there in the midfield. But I just wanted to really shore up that central midfield because I thought that was our weakness, our weakest position, and bringing these 3 guys in plus Valenzuela just gives us depth that we needed. And then the final move that I made was because I didn't draft an advanced midfielder in the draft. We were short an advanced midfielder. We only had 2 guys. I usually like to keep 3 advanced midfielders just in case one of them gets hurt. Because I rotate so much. So we brought back old Joe Valenzuela, 23 years old now, still valued at $1.1 million, and still a pretty good player. But, he's one of our young players that cut because he wasn't, we got some guys who were better than him. So we let him go, but he was out there available for a free transfer. So I decided just to pick him up, bring him back in for depth reasons. So there we are. That's roster-wise what we did. We dropped a few players, sent several players out on loan. We traded Tom Fleming away to Miami. That was our one transfer, I guess you'd say. And then we can look at the trades that we made. And, we got a 2nd-round pick from New York for an international slot. Always fun to do that. We got a 1st-round pick out of Chicago for Sean Schlowosky. Schlowosky's a guy who's played well for us, but he's not in the rotation. He's not in the mix. So, got a 1st-round pick for him. Then we traded away Michael Quintanilla. With all these midfielders we just drafted, Quintanilla became obsolete, basically. And Seattle wanted him pretty badly, so we got a first-round pick out of Seattle for him. Let's see. Here's some of our draft movements. As you can see, we traded 2 first-round picks, the 11th and the 22nd, to Columbus for their number 5 pick. And then we traded Ron Searle, another midfielder, for $250,000 for the number 2 overall pick. So that's how we got those 2 top 5 picks. So those are the moves that we made. And then the other thing we did to get prepared for this Champions League was we had a pretty difficult preseason schedule. I went on a 4-game tour of South America. It didn't play out too well. We got 2 draws, 1 win, 1 loss. We lost to Atletico Nacional 1-2 or 2-1. We beat Liga de Quito, a first division team in Ecuador. They were pretty good, and we beat them pretty handily. And then we had a couple of kind of lazy draws against Zamora FC of Venezuela and Juan Arich from Peru. And they were pretty good as well. We should have beat both of those teams, honestly. It's just early in the season, you lack match fitness, and it's hard. And you got to play rotated sides and things like that. Because I played all 4 of these games in like 10 days. So I couldn't really do everything I wanted to win those games, but it was more about just playing against that higher level competition and getting match fit as quickly as possible. We came back and played a few MLS teams, played pretty well against the MLS teams, beat Los Angeles 2-0, beat Montreal 5-1. Then we played some lesser teams, Rio Grande, Swope Park Rangers. We lost our totally rotated side, lost to Rio Grande. That was very disappointing. We beat Medellin 4-1, and I thought they were a better team than they are. They're Colombian first division. I thought they'd be pretty good, but they don't really have real players. They got scrub beanies, a couple of youngsters. So Medellin's not really as good as I thought they were, but we beat them handily. And then in our last match, we played a totally rotated side that drew to Houston 1-1. So that's where we're at in terms of our team. We're match fit. We're ready to go. Take a look at our tactics here. You can see everybody here in terms of game shape is pretty good. Stuart Cole, a little bit injured here and there, but he's okay. Still at 87%. That's good enough. Let's see. Is there anything else we want to do before we go through here? I mean, I guess we could run down the checklist real quick. We've sprung up to $36 million. Last season, we only made $2.3 million. A little disappointing after all said and done, taxes and all that stuff. For tax purposes, we made $6.5 million, but in actuality, we only made $2.3 million. This season, though, we're up to $8.4 million. We're selling way more season tickets. We've almost doubled our season tickets. We're expected to have over 7,500 season tickets this season. So just winning that MLS Cup has really boosted us. So hopefully we can, come out of the cellar there in terms of average attendance. Other than that, finances are looking great. I did find out something. There's a bug. There is a surefire bug going on here with the MLS teams, because I went and in that experiment, I went and I got some designated player, paid them a lot of money. I went to try and buy down their salary cap impact, and I couldn't do it. I can't do it now, even though. So let's take a look at like Escobedo. Take a look at his contract. Try to buy it down, and it doesn't work. I don't know. Maybe there's some rule I'm missing. Ooh, let's go back. Maybe there's some rule I'm missing, and I don't know how to do it, or something like that. But I've heard you can buy down their cap impact all the way down to like 150,000. So I don't know what's going on here. I can't do it. But apparently, general allocation money remaining. I do have $2.7 billion in general allocation money. That's not right. There's not $2.7 billion in all of MLS, much less in my general allocation funds. If that was $2 million, I'd be surprised. But $2 billion, that's not right. So some sort of cash bug is happening over here with our general allocation money. So I don't know, maybe I could just dominate MLS by offering everybody, $1 million in general allocation money for anybody I want in the league. But we won't do that. So anyway, other than that, our finances are fine. Board-wise, of course, we're very secure. We're at 73%. We've lost Oklahoma City as our affiliate club, and that hurt us a lot because now we have 3 amateur teams as our affiliate clubs, and I can only send 18 and unders down to those clubs, and it's pretty worthless. Pretty worthless. So there's nothing we can do there. We can't send players to Tigres. It won't let us, and we don't need their loan players, so there's no point in doing that either. So I don't know what's happening there. So that's a mess. Our club-wise, we're still only a 3-star team. Still rich, Champions League, all that stuff. Everything else is pretty much the same. Went through transfers, don't need scouting. So I guess looking at the tactics, we're doing the same old diamond formation. It's all good there. I guess we'll just go to the match. Let's start the match. Why not? So here we are against Querataro. Looks like they're going with the 4-4-2. We can take a look at their team selection. They're pretty good. I'm not going to lie to you. They are pretty good, but they're not unbeatable. For example, it looks like the whole left side of their midfield is unavailable for this Champions League. First of all, Madrigal, 30-year-old Mexican player, he's suspended, so he's out of there. They have 2 unregistered players. Their other central left and their left winger unregistered for this. 2 of their substitutes are unregistered. Their goalkeeper is ineligible, already involved in another match today. So they're going to have a little bit of a rotated side there, especially in the midfield. So we'll see if we can take advantage of that. In our experimental game, this guy, Israel Ibarra, was a real pain in the backside. Scored 2 goals against us. He's very hard to check. He's very hard to cover, this guy. So I don't know what we're going to do with him exactly. But both of these strikers are pretty good. Even though Pedro Martinez doesn't look very good in terms of star rating, he was pretty good too. So we got to keep an eye on him. They do have a young team, a lot of 21-year-olds, a lot of 20-year-olds on this team. Especially, that guy's 30. About 21, 22. So they're a young team. Maybe we can take advantage of that. Maybe we might actually be the veteran team here on this side. But let's go to our selection. A very familiar, very, very familiar lineup. Gonzalez in goal. Cole, Escobedo at the fullbacks. Johnson, Zimmerman at central defense. Acosta. I'm going to go with Guevara at the ball-winning midfield. We still have Ulloa around, and he's one of our veterans, but I don't know. I got a good feeling about Guevara, especially after that dramatic goal he had in the MLS Cup. His shooting ability, his long-range shooting ability, gives us a different dimension offensively that we don't have from many of our other players. So if he can, just get us a goal from outside the goal box, just do something. He's good enough defensively. 13 tackling, 12 passing. He's a good enough ball-winning defender or ball-winning midfielder. So there's no problem there. Thompson. He's a guy who's becoming a staple on the U.S. national team, so he's good. Zamora is getting better every year. He's, fast. He's agile. He's got a lot of good things. He's a strong leader up front there, passing, all that kind of stuff. I wish his work rate was a little higher, but there's not much we can do about that. And of course, our attacker is Alcantara Washington. I'm going to put Alcantara at advanced forward. And we're going to start out on counterattack here. More direct passing. You know, I just don't know about this team just yet. I'm a little gun shy after the experiment that I ran, and I just want to make sure we don't get caught off kilter here. So we're going to start out a little conservative on the counterattack and see what happens. Reserve-wise, we got Sanchez as a reserve goalkeeper. Of course, Mendez and Bailey as fullbacks. Then there's our number 1 draft pick, number 2 overall pick in the draft, Sidney Valenzuela. We get central defense. Ulloa is going to come off the bench because he can play midfield or defensive midfield. Help us out either way. Ross Gonzalez, who can play central midfield or advanced midfield. He's another very fine player. And then Israel Bracamontes is our backup striker. He's a good all-around striker, so he's going to be our reserve striker. All right. Yeah, that's what we'll do. So we'll submit that team, and we're going to start at home. We got a huge home game here, I think. Or are we starting away? No, we're starting at home. Or are we starting away? I don't know. FC Dallas versus Querataro. I thought we started at home, but we're going to see. Yes, we do. All right, sorry, FC Dallas and Querataro fans, I can't separate these two teams. This goes down as a draw in my book. Okay. That's from Tom Alvarez from the Frisco, Texas Soccer Latest. All right, so it's our local paper. A little biased, I think. A little biased. All right, we'll continue. Tunnel interview from Florence Hovarth, devious reporter from ESPNFC.com, asks, how much of a boost is Fernando Madrigal's absence? Yeah, any team would miss a player of his ability. All right, so let's see. They've got Ramirez, Hernandez, Nagby. Is this Darlington Nagby? It is Darlington Nagby. Where'd the heck they get this guy from? They must have bought him off of Seattle, I guess. That's interesting. How old is he these days? 31. Okay. He's an interesting player. He's a very skilled midfielder, but he's not very big, not very strong. We might be able to overpower him down the middle. What's their goalkeeper look like? Thiago Volpe. He looks pretty good, I guess. It's alright. Aerial reach, not that good. Reflexes, alright. So he's pretty good. Alright, so they're still pretty good. How's their winger? Yeah, he's pretty good. Alright, so they're still a pretty good team, even without the players they're missing. But, you know what? It's all good. So there's injured goalkeeper. They got a lot of injuries on their bench. Eric Ferrer. Potential shin injury. We might be able to take advantage of this team here. So let's continue to the pep talk. Passionately. On a good run lately, so go out there and impress me. Alright, so let's see how the counterattack goes. Yes, we are at FC Dallas. Look at that home crowd. It's pretty full. Couple of empty bleachers seats here and there, but we're okay. Although I would have liked to seen a total full house, but whatever. We'll get there eventually. Here's Escobedo, Thompson. Let's see if we can get it up. Can't get it up to Washington, but you know, we can control this middle of the field, I think. Oh, Guevara. Can you get it out wide? There it is. Alright, we're on counterattack, but we're playing pretty smart. Playing pretty patient here. Nope, Zamora gets it stolen, and they're on the counterattack. Gonna get it out wide to Ramirez. Please don't get a goal in the first 5 minutes. Thank you. Johnson gets it out of there. Costa. There we go. Now maybe we can hit them on the counterattack. No, they seem to be staying back. They've definitely got a disciplined back line back there. Keeping their wingers out wide. Alcantara, can he beat somebody? No, he gets it out wide to Cole. There it is. Oh, what a shot. What a pass from Cole to Alcantara. Good deflection by the goalkeeper. All right, this is good. Starting out, we survived their first counterattack. Now we're looking to... Oh, foul on Zimmerman. That was the thing. In the second game that I played in my experiment, it was like a foul fest. There was 3 goals in the game. 2 of them came from penalty kicks. Let's see if this is another penalty. Nope. So this team does get aggressive, and they do have a little bit of a chance to foul. But then again, so do we. There's going to be a corner kick that was deflected by Alcantara. We're getting the highlights. This is what I like to see. Who's taking our corners here? Escobedo. That's an interesting choice. Ooh. Don't normally get that short side anymore in FM17. Used to get it all the time in FM16, but our player there couldn't handle it. We should put more crossings. I think we're already trying to cross the ball. Querataro gets a yellow card. All right, that's fine. We got substitutions for that. Here's Darlington Nagby. No good. So there are some pretty good players in the MLS if the Mexican teams are signing them. A guy like Darlington Nagby. There's Thompson sending it forward to Washington. Wins it to Alcantara. Look at the defense, though. Defense is back. Gonna win a throw-in out of that. I think both teams might be on the counter-attack. So we're gonna have to watch ourselves here, especially with our fullbacks in attack mode. It can tend to leave our central defense one-on-one, but you know what? We're okay with that. We got good defenders. And Acosta's got the speed at defensive midfielder to make up for that. Yeah, look at that. They're keeping 4 guys back. Ooh, okay, I don't like this. Ibarra. Let's keep him out of there. I don't like that dude. Both their strikers are tricky little guys, so we got to watch out for both of them. But if we stay back, if we play... I think we can't get stuck in against this team because they're too good. They've got too much flair with the ball, so they'll... if we try to dive at too many tackles, they'll end up going around us. But there we go. 0-0 first half. This is okay. This is alright. A 0, because this is a home-and-home series. I don't know if I mentioned that before. So it's first leg, second leg. And if we keep them 0-0 for this game, it's fine. That's no problem. Because then we can go to their place, get an away goal, and win it. So 0-0 homestand is alright. Nice tackle, Acosta. You know, Acosta's defense, it's hard to quantify, but it's very good no matter where we play him. Fullback or defensive midfielder, he just has a knack for making big tackles. You know, even against players who are good like Cole sometimes can't handle him, Acosta can. So there's something about him that makes him a better defender than other people. There's Washington. We're playing it down the center here. Pretty good. Here we go. Get it to him. Get it to him. Oh, Querataro tried to come up from his ball-winning position. Missed wide. You gotta make shots like that, my young fella. All right. No fouls in the box. That got us in trouble. There's Darlington Nagby. He's a good playmaker. He's got a lot of speed and agility. Peralta. Let's get a handle on this guy. That's no good. All right. All right. Corner kick. Hopefully we can handle this. I guess we can. Just going to go straight to our highlights here, or our lowlights. Got to choose. I guess I'll take Guevara out at the 60-minute point. He's a little tired, and he's got that yellow card, so that's not really what we want. We're struggling to get shots away, which means we should probably play it into the box. Ramirez, let's get it out of there. Nice play, Johnson. Let's get it out of there. No fouls. Nagby's got a yellow card now. Ooh, this is dangerous. Oh, good defense. Our defense is so good right now. But they are getting way too many pokes at the bear. Come on, Guevara, go get that ball. Peralta, our defense is a little spread out here. They're sending it side to side to side. There's no way they're winning that with that little guy heading towards. Look at how tiny he is, especially compared to Gonzalez. All right, I'm going to get Guevara out of there. He's really a liability with that yellow card right now. So we're going to bring in Ulloa. As soon as Ulloa gets in the game, we're going to change some strategies a little bit. All right. We're going to pump the ball or work the ball into the box. Oh, I want to get stuck in. I want to get stuck in. I want to get stuck in. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. We're going to go structured on the back end. Yep. Like, my instinct is to get stuck in because then we'll start winning the ball more. But, again, this team is too good for that. All right, here's Thompson. Free kick goal would be very welcome. You know, if we could come out of this game with a 1-0 win, I mean, that would be just outstanding. All right, 66 minutes down. We're looking good. Escobedo's a little tired. You know what? We're going to do some substitution here, but we're just going to take the fullbacks, dial them back to support. You know, it might lessen our chance to get a goal out of this, but it might increase our chance to not give up a goal. There's Zamora with the nice win at midfield. Ulloa. See what the old veteran can do with it. Gets it up to Alcantara. Ooh, come on now, boys. Let's concentrate a little bit. Thompson. All right, we're moving it around the diamond very nicely. Let's see if Washington can get open. He gets the shot off, just wide. Those are our two main weapons, our two strikers. Get the ball in their hands a little bit. 75 minutes down. We're starting to control the match a little bit. Washington, can he win it? Use that size and strength. He does win it. Takes a shot. Wow, he just sort of turned and fired like an NBA turnaround jump shot. All right, here we go. Ulloa is in. Oh, Zimmerman got ahead on that. Couldn't quite get it to Johnson. All right. Oh, there's a foul. Escobedo, nice foul. It's going to get him a card, no doubt about it. So I'm going to sub him out. A little tired. He's got a card. We got a sub on the bench. So we're all right with that. Let's get our guys warming up there on the sideline as he gets presented with the yellow card. And there's our substitution in, Bailey, who's also fairly well known for his fouls. But here we go, Thompson with a free kick. Thompson with the free kick. Ooh, just wide. Just wide. All right, 80 minutes down. It's looking like a scoreless draw here, although we are getting a lot of interesting plays. Washington is a little tired. Oh, there's Zimmerman, wins the ball forward to Washington. Gets it ahead, Alcantara on the run. He's got some space. There's the shot. Oh, look at this goalkeeper. Is pretty good. Got to give it to him. Got to hand it to him. As for a reserve goalkeeper, he's probably as good as our starting goalkeeper. As Ulloa, the free kick. Ooh, I thought that could have been a foul there. Cole's going to gather it in. Not much happening there. We got one sub left. You know, we could sub out Washington, but he's too instrumental there in the middle of the field. Zamora to Ulloa. See if he can get the ball to Alcantara. Get it forward. Nope. Play it back to Acosta. 87 minutes down. We're closing in on the end of the match. Fullbacks are still making runs forward. There's Zamora. Zamora can make the play to Alcantara. There it is. Oh, the defense was there. Their defense is compacting now that our fullbacks aren't cruising down the sidelines. Thompson with another free kick. Just drops it off to Ulloa. Back to Thompson. Bailey's not going to get it stolen. Zamora's going to take a shot. No, he's going to get it stolen. 88 minutes down. They got their first counterattack of the game. Oh, missed the slide tackle. Missed a second slide tackle. This is no good. Nagby with a shot over goal. 89 minutes down. 1 minute to go in regulation. 2 minutes of stoppage time. Here they are with another dangerous play, but we're all right. Oh. All right, there's regulation time. So 2 minutes of stoppage time is all we got left. Washington wins another header. Can they fire it down? There's Alcantara. Washington. All right, boys, this is our last setup. Bailey down the sideline. Can he make a cross? No, he does not. Settles it back. Thompson, Ulloa. Oh, Alcantara is free in the middle. Takes the shot. That'll get us a corner. Minute 30 left. If we can sneak one goal in stoppage time, that would be so huge. Ulloa. Nope, goalkeeper's going to grab that one. Gonna waste a lot of time here. No, actually not. But we win it back pretty quickly. Alcantara gets it back. Zamora sends it forward to Washington. And he's so good at winning that, such a big body in front of the defense. Gotta be frustrating. There's Alcantara. Oh, I thought he was gonna make a run. Thompson, what's he gonna do with it? Zamora tries to get it ahead to Washington. No good. 30 seconds remaining. Maybe we'll get one last desperate attempt. 20 seconds to go. I don't think so. Nice throw into Acosta. Fires it downfield to Washington. 10 seconds to go. Washington heads it on. Sort of last desperate attempt. But there we go. We're going to settle for a 0-0 draw here. There's full time, but that's all right. 0-0 home draw is okay. You were unlucky tonight. That's all the criticism I'll give them, because we had a couple of chances. Could have taken advantage of them, but, 0-0 home draw, I'm okay with that. Washington, 6.8 rating. Escobedo was the man of the match. 10 tackles, 8 interceptions, 12 headers, 7.5 rating. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Stats. Take a look at the stats here. Cole, not a good game from Cole. He's our worst rating at 6.4. Alcantara, again, with not a great rating, but, comparable. Our defense played very well. Johnson and Zimmerman, solid, strong. Central defense with 7.4 ratings. So we looked okay. They didn't look much better than us, honestly. Maybe even they rated a little bit lower than us. So it all comes down to the second leg. Can we beat them at their place? Hopefully we can. Just a draw for your side, but you did manage to deny the opposition an away goal. How confident? I think we did enough to get a win today, and I feel confident a repeat performance at Querataro will see us through. Yes, I do. Nothing to fear for Nation. Okay, that's fine. All right, so we got a week preparation, and then we'll come back with the second leg. Hopefully, we can move on to the semifinals and then move on to the Champions League. Because I don't know how many more seasons of this we got left in us. If we don't win it this time, it's gonna be quite a slog to get back. That means we're gonna have to win another U.S. Cup or another Supporters Shield or another MLS Cup. I mean, we've got the team to do it, I guess, but just how many more seasons do we have in us? We'll see. And I guess we'll come back next time with the second leg. Anyway, see you then. Bye.